Michael Dorn thought one Star Trek TNG episode made Worf a murderer. Michael Dorn questioned LT Worf's decision in an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, as Dorn was worried that fans would think the Klingon was a murderer. As the only Klingon in Starfleet at the time, Worf was often torn between his desire to embrace Klingon culture and his duties as a Starfleet officer. After the death of his biological parents at the Khitomer massacre, Worf was raised by humans on Earth. Because of this, he already felt somewhat disconnected from Klingon culture, but this TNG episode emphasized that Worf was not human. In Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 3, Episode 7, The Enemy, the USS Enterprise D intercepts a distress call, which leads them to a crashed Romulan ship on a storm-ridden planet. When they find a survivor named Patok, Stephen Rankin, they quickly transport him to sickbay. Dr. Beverly Crusher, Gates McFadden, determines that Patok needs a blood transfusion and that Worf is the only suitable donor. Having lost his parents to the Romulans, Worf refuses to help, despite pleas from Crusher and Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart. Why Michael Dorn thought Star Trek TNG's The Enemy made Worf a murderer. As Star Trek The Next Generation's The Enemy progresses, it seems to be building to the moment when Worf has a change of heart and saves the Romulan at the last minute. Except that he doesn't. Worf holds firm and Patok dies, further complicating Picard's discussions with Romulan Commander Tomalak, Andreas Katsoulas. According to Captain's logs, the unauthorized Complete Trek Voyages by Edward Gross and Mark A. Altman, Michael Dorn had some reservations when he read this moment in the script. Read his quote below. I called the producers and said I didn't agree. I thought giving blood was the honorable thing to do. I thought people would look at Worf as a murderer. The producers felt that Worf was getting to be too human, just a guy with a big head. When the opportunity came for them to show that Worf was not human, that he is not bound by the same morals as we are, they felt it was a wonderful opportunity. Worf has the ability to save Patok, but he lets him die anyway. This decision feels directly opposed to everything Captain Picard, and by extension Star Trek, stands for, but it still feels in character for Worf. Patok's death almost causes a battle between the Enterprise and Tomalak's Warbird, which could have potentially led to a war. Worf's decision does not look great for him, but it also helps audiences remember that he doesn't think the same way humans do.